fun and exciting way. And to help us with the conversation, we have Me Theo Anita Kiubetswe. She's from the Biffim Unit Trust and she's a sales support officer. And and you'll remember, of course, that Biffim is a sister company to Botswana Life within the BIHL group. Metheo, a very good morning to you and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Petula. Dumelang Batswana ko gae, and I'm looking forward to this discussion as well because this is something that's very close to my heart.
When I was a teenager trying to save money. But I'm so excited that we're having the conversation because a lot of people are starting to talk about teaching children kamadi. So why is it actually important to teach children and teenagers about money early?
Okay, Petula, financial habits form best early. You know, children model what they see. So bana ba golang ba itse not only about handling money, but managing money, turn out to be better adults, making better financial decisions as they grow older. It helps them develop discipline, develop confidence and a good relationship with money, right? And we have found that early financial education also reduces risks like when you are older, issues of overspending or delayed saving and investment.
And how do we go about doing it in a fun way? Because hey, hey, la go save 10 pulo le so moja, and that's not a way to go about it, right? So how do we teach children about money in a fun and exciting way?
Okay, we normally say use the simple tools. The 3-jar system or 3-envelope system where one says save, the other one says spend, and the other one says give, right? So how mwana madijalo a part of it goes into your savings, some you can spend, and some you can actually give. And involve them in age-appropriate budgeting. Plan your simple outings, be it tuck shop money or saving for something like a movie date with your friends and so forth. And when you go to the groceries, when you go buy groceries, go with them and visually practice things such as following a particular list, a grocery list, so that it makes it fun for them and they actually tick it off. Doing your shopping, right? And other parents actually use things like such as calculators. So when you're doing those mid-month shopping, when you a few things, you can take a calculator with them and actually set a budget. For you are going to be spending 300 pula. And when you reach that budget, you stop shopping, right? So such things, how do rutabana when you do them visibly in front of children, it's a practical way of them to actually learn along the way and make saving visible. You know, children love watching their savings grow. A practical way is to give them a small allowance or make them work for their allowance by having chores, more like paying and so forth. And then from that allowance, you walk the journey of budgeting, planning, spending, and saving with them. And then lastly, I can say you should encourage them to save towards a goal, like buying the first phone or a gadget or an outing or even a book.
But as they get older, their needs change, especially when they get to their teenage years. Why is it important that we teach our teenagers budgeting and saving, even investing and insurance at that age?
Emma, teenagers are already making financial decisions. I mean, right now they're buying airtime, we're giving them transport money, their school activities which they participate in or attend, and any other personal ones that they have, right? And budgeting teaches them to control their spending and also be responsible for their own money. And saving and investing early gives them a strong head start, and time is still on their side for them to learn and make mistakes along the way. And insurance education helps them understand the risks that are out there. It helps them plan ahead and protect what matters. These concepts build the foundation of adulthood, especially for young people preparing for tertiary education or even their first job.
Absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait. I'm so glad I'm learning this now. Hagets teenage years will be prepared. And then when it comes to pocket money, ka itse gore batsadi ba bangwe, they give their kids pocket money, and some don't. They feel like pocket money nkare ke tla ba spoiler. So it's sometimes a bit of a debate. But for those that do believe in giving pocket money yana kana allowance yana, how can we use that pocket money and allowance as a teaching tool towards saving?
Okay, firstly, Petula, treat pocket money as a tool and not as a reward. That way, ngwana o tla bo mo ruta gone gore a percentage, like I said earlier, goes into your saving, a percentage goes into your personal spending, and a percentage goes into your long-term goals, right? And review this budget on a monthly basis. So make conversations about money normal with your kids, and tie these allowances to responsibility and not just age. You know, from a young age as they grow, just keep tying these allowances to their responsibilities, and introduce the idea of contributing small amounts to an investment product, such as a product that we have at BIFM, which is the BIFM Yamasa Fund, and show them how the money grows. So on a quarterly basis, we do send out statements, so you can review these statements with your kids, just to include them in this investment journey.
And speaking of Yamasa Junior Fund, Kako BIFM, tell us a little bit about it, because you actually have a tool, Kako BIFM, tusa parents to invest and save for their children. So tell us a little bit about Yone Yamasa Junior Fund.
Okay. As you mentioned earlier, I'm from BIFM, and before Katala, let me just pass by this one. So at BIFM, so BIFM and Botswana Life are sister companies under the BIHL group, right? So Botswana Life focuses on life insurance and protection, and we focus on asset management and investment. Now, with the BIFM Yamasa Junior Fund, this is a unit trust fund designed specifically for long-term investing, and you can use it for investing for your children, right? And parents or guardians can contribute to this fund from as little as 200 bula, which is quite affordable. And it helps your children grow up understanding investments, understanding long-term investing, and goal setting. I can actually have money placed somewhere and discipline myself not to access it. And the Yamasa Junior Fund is practically a tool for securing your future needs like education, hobbies, or even startup for businesses for your kids in the future.
Nice. And for the parents that are listening, I'm sure they're listening and bantse ba ipotsa gore okay, ke batla gore ke rute ngwana ka madi ke ira ka tsela e ntseng yang. What advice would you give them as we wrap up?
Okay, I'd say start early, Petula. Start early, and small lessons would then add up over time. And I mean, by starting early, for some parents might be thinking, you want to just sabala sevene, and it might be, no, today is the day for you to start. And make money conversations healthy in your family or in your, with your kids, like I mentioned. Talk about money. Let it not be a taboo to actually talk about money with your kids. And lead by example. Children follow what they see. Mm-hmm. If mommy is saving, if you have a piggy bank there and you're actually saving with them, to actually save as well. And use tools like allowances, savings goals, investment products like the BIFM Yamasa Fund to actually build those strong habits. And the goal is confidence. Raising kids who understand money, actually manage money wisely. And lastly, for more information, you can visit our website at www.bifm.co.bw, or you can reach us at any of our social media platforms, Facebook, X, LinkedIn, or you can come by our offices there in Fairgrounds and actually find out more about what it is that we do offer.
We are driving there this morning. We are going to meet you at the office. Thank you so very much, Theo.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, indeed. And that's how we wrap up this week's episode of Money Life with Botswana Life. Early when it comes to teaching our children about financial literacy. Make sure that you catch another episode where we learn more about all things money life. See you next week. And that's a wrap on Money Life, proudly powered by Botswana Life, turning every bula into purpose. Catch you next time.
Choice. It's yours. This